Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rita Uzoma Okolo and this is Uzo's Tribe, where I talk about love, life, career, faith, scholarships, everything about my life, as this is basically my online diary. Today I'm going to be gisting you guys, hey, my whole Chevening journey from the beginning till like now in the UK. Hey, it's an exciting journey, so you really want to watch this video. I have applied for Chevening 4 times, guys. Four times, guys. So you people, I graduated from UNN sometime in like 2017. Went for law school in 2018. You know, after law school, I'm like, wait, I know I want to do a master's, but I mean, I wasn't really sure exactly in what area. And then I adjusted legal practice because I started practicing law from 2018 till 2023 when I got Chevening. So I got a law firm during NYSC. I was working, everything was good. It was a glorious life. I was just living my life, but I knew I wanted to do a master's. So how did I even hear about Chevening itself? I've forgotten, but I know that I heard about. I think I saw something online. Someone posted, I think a scholar posted how they got a fully funded scholarship abroad, and I'm like, that is possible. That is really possible. Like, you can get, like, somebody can sponsor you. I think that was the first time I'd ever heard in my life that you could be sponsored fully to go abroad and do like a master's degree. I did not know. So when I heard that, I'm sure as you can know, people that know me know how excited and dogged I can get about things that I really am interested in. Okay, so early on I had now figured out, at this time I started asking myself some integral questions. Uzoma, what do you want to do? Rita, what do you want to do? Do you want to do like in IP, in energy, commercial law and everything? But the truth is, I had literally no interest in these areas. I'm not even joking. Like, maybe I would even have interest in, right now I have interest in like tech, AI, and how it can really impact on like human rights, especially women's rights and everything. But at that time, zero, none, no interest whatsoever. So I'm just like, you know what? But I knew I was crazy passionate about women's rights. I really wanted to see that women, lived better lives. I have like a background of where, my mom had said that in my previous video, wasn't doing so well financially, and how like the impact it had on us, her children, our education and everything. So I really didn't want to any woman, really myself or any other woman, to be in that position. So I knew that, okay, that was when I started coming to the realization that, okay, this is what I really want to do with my life, help women generally, and help people generally. I know I have a helps ministry. And then I'm like, you know what, let me start applying. The person whose video I saw this thing, whose page rather I saw this thing on, I think it was Chevening the person got. So I was so inspired, I was so motivated. Then in 2019, I started to apply. All I know is that, I like this opportunity. I want to apply. I read the website, to be honest. I read the website, but I wasn't understanding so many things. But I was still very determined to apply, So in 2019, I applied for Chevening. I just did my essay, anyhow. I just, in my head, that essay was bam. It was to die for. See, with this my essay like this and my intelligence, the people must give me this thing. I did not know that this scholarship was so competitive. I didn't know how competitive Chevening was. As in, I just thought it was something. It was I'm always very scholarly. I've always been very good education-wise. I'm going to get this one try. No, as in, the breakfast I ate that 2019, and it wasn't even Chevening I applied for. I applied for Commonwealth. God, I've applied for scholarships, guys. I applied for Commonwealth. I applied for Chevening. I applied for like school scholarships, like internal scholarships in like various schools. I really can't even start mentioning all of them right now. I applied. My people. When Chevening, in fact, the beautiful thing Chevening did for me to even boost my confidence was that they did not remove me in December during eligibility phase. I managed to pass eligibility phase in December. So I was thinking, Mado, I'm here. February like this, if you see hot breakfast, hot. Guys, that breakfast it entered my heart. It pierced my soul. I kid you not. It pierced my soul. But I was like, it's the first time. I mean, these things happen. Next time I was gonna get it. And then I spoke to a friend of mine, and she's like, babe, do you know what you're applying for? The next year when I wanted to apply, she's like, do you know what you're applying for, Chevening? Do you think it's not easy to get to? I'm like, guy, leave that matter. So my friend self-funded herself. She went, I think 2020, she did her master's and came back. Me, I was still there applying for Chevening. 2020 again, I just modified my essay small. I still wasn't getting the picture. Like in my head, oh yeah, whatever. The person that I was applying with, she got it in 2020. I was like, what am I not doing right? So after I lost it again in 2020, I think this is when I now started asking myself, what am I not doing right? There's something I'm not getting. There's something I'm not getting. Shout out to Mkotorila on Facebook. I suddenly joined. I found myself now searching for groups for help. Like, let me join groups. Let me hear how they're writing their own essays, what they are doing. And then I stumbled on the Facebook group. And I joined, and Bena Patel, Mkotorila, and some other amazing people were always giving their insights on the group. I'm like, all these things I do not know. Which is why I always tell scholarship applicants, go and read, enter the website of that whatever scholarship you're applying for. Read their FAQs, frequently asked questions. There's no single question you want to ask that has not been contemplated by another person before. Read it very well. Read it. Someone said if you want to hide things from Africans, put it inside a book. I don't believe so. I believe our young people just need motivation. So please read. Okay, go out there and read up, read the frequently asked questions. You'll be so shocked to see that question that is in your mind that you're thinking is a one-off question has been asked like 50 times over and has been explained in detail on the website. So I learned how to read. I read Chevening FAQs back to back. Then I reached out. Another thing, learn to reach out. Don't be doing I know it all, obonge, I can do it by myself. Reach out to people. Beg them. You might have to beg like 15 scholars before you get one that will review your essay, because a lot of scholars are busy. Some scholars are not even reviewing essays anymore. They are tired. They feel like they've given back and they are done. Others you must find Chevening scholars. At least for Chevening, I know Chevening scholars are very helpful. You always see them organizing webinars. You always see them organizing like essay review sessions, conferences, like seminars, different things. Even a lot of Chevening scholars even go over and beyond and organize like physical essay review sessions for applicants. So what do you mean? You will definitely find someone. Look hard, keep looking. Don't take the first 3 no's. Maybe you ask the first 3 people, they told you no, I'm sorry, I'm full. You're not saying they're not nice, I'm not even doing, I will review by myself. You better you better carry your pride and pack it somewhere. Leave your pride for your essays and your interview. Well, not pride, but your confidence, your self-confidence. Leave it for that time. Right now, you need someone to look at your essays. You need an eye that has gone through this process to look at your essays. So please, get someone to review your essays for you. Once you're done with that, trust me, there will be perspectives, that things you've not seen. Anyway, back to my story. I reached out to Umko now connected me to an amazing scholar who is worthy of mention. His name is David Etuk. He also went to Queen's University of London. Thank you so much, David. You made my essay what it is today. Like, you gave me my winning Chevening essay. Well, he didn't give it to me, but he guided me through it. Immediately, David Etuk entered into my essay 2021-2022. My essay took a different shift. I started seeing that I've been writing rubbish. Hey God, this guy reviewed my essay to the extent that I got tired. I said, in fact, at the point I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do again. David reviewed my essay. God, hey, every line I write, I'll be feeling funky and fly. David will come and say, "What's this? This thing is not changing. Remove it." I'm like, hey, on top of what? What are you feeling like? Who do you think you are? Don't mind me. I actually take criticism very well. I reviewed. I will draft and redraft. If you know how many times I redrafted my essays, God, until I finally got. Until the point David was like, okay, I feel like these essays are standard. You can submit. I submitted some hours before the deadline. Thankfully, in fact, like an hour after I submitted, people started having issues with the site. They stopped, like they couldn't submit. So I was so grateful I was able to submit. I still didn't get it that year, but follow me on this story. I submitted, and for the first time, 2021-2022 cohort, I made interviews. So in March 2022, I went for my first Chevening interview. Don't worry, I will overlay the video here. For people will see. Okay guys, I hope I look back on this video in 2 months and smile. I'm heading for my Chevening interview. I don't know if you can see my full outfit. My interview is supposed to be by 1:30, but this is 11:05 and I'm already leaving the house because Lagos and fear of being stuck in traffic. So obviously I'll have to find a restaurant close to the interview area to just wait until it's time for me to proceed into the interview venue, because apparently the British High Commission, you're not allowed to loiter about, so you must come in exactly 30 or 15 minutes before your interview time. So whenever I get there, I have to wait till about 1 p.m. to be able to even head to the British High Commission. But fingers crossed, hopefully by June, this video will be a good memoir. I'm done with my interview. This is a fun. So apparently we both entered the interview place, and the way we have arranged our answers in our head, it did not come out.
It didn't come out, my sisters and brothers.
But we trust God.
We know done that our part. Yes, God will do the rest.
Even in our inadequacies, He's ever present and He's enough, really. So okay, you're not coming to Queen Mary now. So I don't know how to chase you to London, to the UK.
To the UK.
First Chevening interview, you will see how I was so optimistic. I'm like, God, so my essay has finally hit the winning essay mark. I was so happy. I called David. I was thanking him. I said, listen, I've made interviews for the first time since I applying for this Chevening. This is my third time applying, and this is the first time I'm making interviews. I was so excited. I went to Lagos for my interview. I stayed in my friend's house, Amanda. Meanwhile, Amanda of Ace Column. Amanda has a YouTube channel as well, Ace Column. Please go to Ace Column, follow, like massively, subscribe. She has like really fun content you really want to see. You guys, I was so optimistic for the interview, but unfortunately I went and I flopped. I was so sad. After my interview, I knew, to be honest, after my interview I knew I wasn't going to make it, but I kept fating it. I knew I didn't do well. At all. But I was trying to fate it. But I mean, God is not God will not come and now. I mean, He's merciful, but I just knew that I didn't do well at this interview. So what I did was I went back. I kept working. At this time, I'd already founded my non-profit. I was already doing other things in the non-profit space. I was still doing my job. I was improving myself, my capacity. I was building capacity. And then I just added new things I had done. 1 or 2 new things. I didn't even really change my essay. In fact, last year, I almost did not apply. Funny. I told myself I wasn't applying again. I'm done. I am done with Chevening. I'm done with scholarships. I'm done. I went to IMSU and I got master's form. Anywho, I was tired. Like, you guys, I will even put the video when I was crying. Hey God, after I had lost it in 2021, like 2021-2022 cohort, I lost the opportunity. I was crying so much, like my eyes were swollen. All my friends were now doing sorry now. But finally, so I was over it. At this point, I was over it. I just applied to IMSU. Although one of my friends was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're not doing it again? What do you mean you're not applying again? Ogbeni, this is why it's good to have friends around you. Friends that will push you when you're too tired to go. I was tired. I was like, I'm not doing again. And then, like, I just got my friend, you must apply. Apply immediately. I'm not even kidding. Apply. So you know what? I just, like, 2 nights before the deadline before the Chevening deadline, 2022. Yes, sometime in November. I think close to my birthday or so. I'm like, you know what? I think it was 2nd November. So like 30th October, I just opened my essays again. I'm like, let me just add 1 or 2 things to this essay. So I just added something to my leadership. I think I left my networking like that. or I added something else to my networking. Yeah, my leadership and my networking. Studying in the UK, I left it like that. Even though I had lost all the admissions I got, I didn't bother deferring them. I was so exhausted. And then, like 2 days before, I just said, you know what? Let me just apply, and I just submitted my application. I wasn't even at this point. I said I was over it, and I really was. I went to IMSU. I bought my form. I wasn't even doing anything, Jimmy. I wasn't praying about it as much. You guys, February 15th, 2023. February 15th, everybody just started saying, oh, I started seeing the Chevening, because when you're on Chevening pages, you hear everything when it goes out. Everybody, oh, they started sending interview email, they started sending interview email, hey, my mind just be film. I said, God, hey, I thought I didn't want this thing anymore. Like, you see, when you lie to yourself, that's a coping mechanism, that defense mechanism, that you really want it to, they do you to get. But just to cope better in case there's a disappointment, you begin to tell yourself all sorts. I don't even really want it. It's not that deep. I beg. I don't even care. You guys, when I saw my interview email, see, for some reason, immediately I saw my interview email, I knew this was the year. And then this was the year that everything now started getting harder. Like, to get my admission was now harder. Queen Mary started asking for IELTS, like IELTS score. I wrote my IELTS. It was so difficult for me because I only had like 1 week. April 29th was when I wrote my IELTS. I had like just a couple, it wasn't up to a couple of days to prepare for the IELTS. So I just wrote my IELTS anyhow. Like, at this time, before writing my IELTS, I had done my interview. I would also plug the video here, my interview video, when I was going for my interview, everything. Okay, once again, it's time for my Chevening interview. I am prioritizing comfortability this year. This is my outfit. Really low heels, Amanda skirt, my blazer and top, light makeup, comfortability, because what? Last year my skirt tore. So this year I'm not taking any chances, and I am not coming back again to Lagos because of Chevening interview. Next time I'll be making a video on Chevening, it's that I'm going to the UK. Bye. You guys, it was amazing. Immediately after my interview, I knew that note of victory in my spirit. After my interview, I just knew God had done it. I was already, although there was still that human doubt, I was like, I cannot go over expect this thing. So I was just still calm. I was not saying anything. I was just like, make I wait. But April, I said, no, it's better I write this IELTS and get my Queen Mary admission and keep it, because Queen Mary is my first choice school, and I'm here now. So it's better I get it and keep it than that I'm doing let me wait. So I wrote my IELTS in under a week, and I made an 8.5. Hey. Over 9. Yes, 8.5 over 9. The bandwidth is 9. I got 8.5 overall. I got 9, 8.5, 8.0 in like my other components. So guys, I just knew immediately I made that good score in IELTS in less than a week of my preparation. Immediately I just knew that, see, this year is the year. I was ready. I was so ready. I was still scared, to be honest, but I was ready. Then, hey, you guys, June came. June 15th, that interview email. I hope it was 15. Yes, 15th. That interview email just dropped. Boom! I was just doing something in the office. Next thing I saw somebody. I have been selected. I've been conditionally selected. Days before that, now you know the hype when other countries are getting selected. They've not yet gotten to Africa, or maybe they're in Africa, they've not gotten to West Africa. They've not started giving Nigerians, they've not started selecting Nigerians, so you're just there waiting in trepidation. For days and days, I was in trepidation. I was just waiting. I was like, God, when will they start giving Nigerians? Then, all of a sudden, in the Telegram group I belong to, one guy whose name is Oganechewe, hi, shout out to you. He just posted, I have been conditionally selected. Nigeria is receiving emails. Hey, my mind, see you guys, cold, heat, everything was doing me at the same time. I checked my email, nothing. I said, Jesus. So usually when you wait for an email and it doesn't come when others are getting their own, the probability of it being a rejection is very high, especially if you've checked your junk, you've checked everywhere, the email is not there when other people are shouting, "No, I've gotten." Trust me, the probability of it being a rejection is very high. And there are three ways to know if you've been chosen for Chevening. So if you see a thank you for your application, just know that you've been reserved. To be reserved means like they chose you, but you're not going to go yet until there's another space. Maybe somebody who got conditionally selected is not taking their space, or something, just something happens. Maybe there's more funding. Jimmy got more funding, then they will now say, okay, who are the people on the reserved list? Let's pick from there. So that's it. So it means you were good, you were really good, but you were just not, there's just one small thing that made you not reach condition. It's like getting distinction and getting merit. You're still good, for 2-1 you're still good, but there's just something that didn't make you become, so when you see thank you for your application, just know that you were reserved, which is good, but your mind will still be up, because you still be waiting to see if they'll pick you finally. If somebody will reject their Chevening scholar, maybe a scholar that got 2, maybe the person got Chevening and Commonwealth, the person will now reject Chevening, you will now get it, which is very improbable a lot of the time. Or Chevening gets more funding, then they will now add some more people from the reserve. So my people, the other one is, if you see further to, just know that you didn't get it. That further to was what I didn't want to see. I'm like, God, I'm not seeing a further to. God forbid. But if you see, we are pleased to inform you that, hey, once you see we are pleased, just know that you don't enter. So I was my stomach, I couldn't breathe. I was in my office. I locked my office door first of all, because I was the only one in my office. I locked my office door. I was doing breathing exercises, and then I opened my email. At first I didn't see it. I was like, God, why me? Why me again this year? And then something said, just refresh your email again. Refresh this email. And I refreshed it. Hey, I just saw the first line, we are pleased. You guys, I fell on the floor. I was like, God, tears of joy. I didn't know how to behave. I didn't know how to act. You guys, immediately I called some people, like some very close people in my life. I'm like, God, I made it. I called my friend Faith. I called my friend Peace. I called them. I was like, I made it. I spoke to Kovun. I wrote it on the Kovun page. I'm like, you guys, God has done it. Hey, immediately I called Hawa. Hawa Ucheni is a Chevening alumni who had also been helping me to prepare. Hawa was so excited for me, because Hawa and I were applying in 2020, and Hawa got it in 2020, and I was still there. I kept applying, so Hawa was so excited that I finally gotten it. I called my mentors, Yinka, who helped me prepare for the interview. Yinka was an integral part of my Chevening journey. For my 2021 phase, Yinka was there with me. He was there with me all through. He was helping me financially to go for my interviews, to go for my visa interview, oh my God, he will help me pay for flights. I've met favor in this life. I know that there is a God because of people like this. Like, I called Yinka, I was excited. You guys, you really want to write your essays and do this. You really want to come here, because the excitement is on another level. You're entering a body. Do you know what it means to be a Chevening alumnus or alumni? It's a big deal to be chosen 44 out of 14,700. Is it base? God works. The word of God works. The word of God works. God is God. God works. You guys, it's not because I've applied 4 times, so it is God. Take it or leave it. This thing is just God showing me his mercy and showing me that it is not of he that willeth or runneth, but of he that shows mercy. Honestly, I knew that his mercy would speak for me this year, and it is still speaking for me. You people, see now, I got here and I'm already co-chef. I'm co-chef of my human rights class. I got a job recently. God. For those of you who are Christians, hold your God tight. For those of you who are not Christians, enter this community, enter this family, this brotherhood of, because God did it for me. Honestly, God did it for me. I was ecstatic. I was, oh God, hey, it was amazing. And here I am, a Chevening Scholar 2023, 2024, 2023, 2024, Chevening Scholar. I'm studying human rights law at the Queen Mary University of London. I'm now a London girl, thanks to Chevening. So That's my story. That's how I got Chevening. That's how I became a Chevening scholar. That is how I am here. It's all testament to God. And of course, hard work, dedication, doggedness, perseverance, because a lot of the time I felt like giving up. But the most important thing is I did not give up. If you guys want to see more stories of me, of my Chevening journey, of my time here in the UK, I'm going to be making a lot of videos showing you guys my time. God, I've seen a lot of things that gave me like serious culture shock in this UK. I will share in due time. I will share even like my first job, how I got my first job, things you need to know when you get here. For those that don't know, of course, because I'm sure there are a lot of people sharing as well. But I'll give it from my own perspective. Things you need to know when you get into the UK. The first things you need to do when you get into the UK, what you need to know when you're applying for these scholarships, stuff like that. If that's content you really want to see, let me know in my comments. Please like, subscribe, love my videos and subscribe, share. Bye.